A very good morning, my dear student. This is our first chapter of geography, our environment. So, let's get started. What does environment means? Environment is the sum of all conditions that surround us and influence a human being in certain point of time and space. Environment means the things that surround us are called environment. Environment consists of two parts, natural environment and human-made environment. Okay? Where natural environment is naturally made and human environment is made by humans. Natural environment, there's a narrow zone of contact between atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere where life form exists. This zone is called biosphere. Biosphere contains all the living beings and all the living component of natural environment and supports plants and other living organisms. So, this is the first part of physical environment, lithosphere. Lithosphere is the outermost solid surface layer of the earth. It is also sometimes called the crust. The surface of the earth is not flat, it is uneven with different landforms like mountains, hills, valleys and plateaus. The reason why lithosphere is useful to us, it gives land for settlement, it gives soil for agriculture, it gives industries for vital minerals and other raw materials. So these are the uses of lithosphere. Now we'll be starting about atmosphere, why atmosphere is essential for living beings. So, what is atmosphere? Atmosphere is a layer of air that surrounds the earth. Okay, the atmosphere is a mixture of gases, dust and water vapor. Now, what are the uses of atmosphere? Atmosphere provides life-giving gas called oxygen. We inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. It acts as a blanket and keeps the earth warm by trapping the heat. And third, it protects life from harmful rays of the sun. So, now we'll be starting about hydrosphere. Now, hydrosphere. This is the third part of physical environment. Hydrosphere refers to the water on the surface of the earth. The earth is called the blue planet because 71% of earth is covered with water and only 29% of it is covered with land. Water is found as solid ice in glaciers and ice sheet. It is found as liquid water in oceans, rivers, lakes, ponds and underground. Now, why water is important for us? So, why is water important for us? Water is needed for both domestic and industrial uses. It is important to prevent water from getting polluted and wasted. We should conserve it. It is the most beautiful creation of the God, so we should conserve it as much as we can. As we all know that water moves continuously from one form to the other, this movement is called water cycle. So here is a diagram in front of you that is showing water cycle, how water changes its forms every time. From one form to another, it changes its form. Now student, here is the diagram in front of you that is showing biosphere. What is biosphere? The biosphere is a narrow zone of contact between land, water and air where life form exists. It is also called as living world or the biological environment. Now, what are the uses of biological biosphere or biological environment? See, forests provide products like timber, fruit, nut. They also provide a natural habitat for various plants and animals. Forests help moderate atmospheric temperature by absorbing carbon dioxide and adding moisture to the air, and many animals depend on forests and grassland for their food. Even human in turn depend on animal. Human in turn depend on animal as a source of food. Some people use animals as a means of transport and to carry heavy loads. Student, this is a picture of ecosystem. What is ecosystem? Ecosystem is a community of living beings and non-living beings that work together. They live together. Plants and animals have their own typical habitat to which they adapt themselves. They live like a community, they depend on each other and on the immediate physical surroundings. An ecosystem can be as large as a rainforest or as small as a pond. Ecosystem can be natural or artificial. Forest, grassland, desert are natural ecosystem and aquariums and agricultural land are artificial ecosystem. So this is the end of part 1. Okay students? So student, in next part we study about human-made environment and socio-cultural environment. Till then, goodbye.